Welcome back to your computer science class. So today we will learn lesson number 10, Microsoft Excel 2007. So let us see to the topics we have to study from this lesson. Today we will learn starting MS Excel, then we will learn about workbook and worksheet. What is the difference between workbook and worksheet? Then we'll study entering data in Excel. Then we'll study doing calculations in Excel. Then we'll learn about how to calculate the sum using auto sum function. Then we'll study about to calculate the sum using formula. Then finally we'll study about saving a workbook. So these are the few topics we have to study today. So children, let us start the topic. So let us open the Excel file. You can open the Excel file by clicking on the Microsoft Office from the all programs, then click on the Microsoft Excel and it will be opened. You can also open by clicking on the shortcut icon. Okay, so this is the open window of Microsoft Excel. Okay, now the screen which you see here, it is known as a book 1, which is written on top, book 1 Microsoft Excel. Now why it is written book 1 here, I'll further explain you in the lesson. Okay, now book 1 Microsoft Excel is written on the title bar. The topmost bar is known as the title bar and the bar which is at the bottom of the screen is known as the status bar. Okay, this is the status bar. You can see the cursor moving over here. This is known as the status bar. Okay, where you can see here the how to zoom the screen and how to lay out the page. These things are mentioned on the status bar. Okay, now see here, let us come back to the title bar where book 1 is written. Okay, now below the book 1 we can see home tab is written, insert tab, page layout, formulas, data, review, view. These are the names of the tab keys. Okay, now these are the names of the tab keys. Now come below the tab keys. We can see here clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cells, editing. These are the names of the groups. So what we see here is that all the tab keys will have different groups. Like in home tab, clipboard group is there, font group is there, alignment group is there, numbers, styles, cells, editing groups are there. Let us come to insert tab. You can see here the groups are changed. Table group, illustrations, charts, links, text. The groups are changed. Similarly, click on page layout tab. See, you can see again the groups are changed. So these are the changes in the different tab keys. Okay, different tabs will have different keys. Okay, that means different tabs will provide different features. They are mentioned in particular group. Okay, now come below here. This is the name box written here. I'll tell you why it is written the name box, and this is the insert function, that is the formula. Okay, here you can see it is named as formula bar where we write the formulas. Okay, for doing the calculations. Now come down here, the alphabets are written. The alphabets, they are denoting the columns. Okay, these are all the vertical lines. If I select C here or D here or E here, it is denoting the column of the book. Okay, these are the columns. All the vertical lines, they are the columns. So how many columns are there in A? You can see here we have only 26 alphabets. Now there are more than 26 columns here. Okay, so how many columns we have? Basically we have 16,384 columns in our workbook. Okay, in an Excel file, in one Excel file you can get more than 16,000. Approximately we have 16,384 columns. Okay, so this was about the columns, and the column headings are always given by the alphabets. Okay, now let us come to this. This is the column. This is the column. Understood? Column headings are always given by the alphabets and they are vertical. Okay. Now let us understand what rows are. Okay. Rows, they are always denoted by numbers. Okay. They have numerical headings. So these are the horizontal lines. Okay. These horizontal lines, they are the rows. Okay, so how many rows we have? We have basically 10,48,500 76 rows. Okay, so columns, how many we have? How many columns we have? 16,384 columns we have. Okay, and then we have how many rows we have? This is very important. How many rows we have? Rows we have 10 lakh, 10 lakhs, 48,576. This is the name of number of rows and columns we have. Okay. So children, this is this one. Now suppose if you want, we can see here the columns, they are whatever the alphabets, this digit which I have written here, they are not in one particular cell. Okay, let us understand what cell is. Cell is, children, you can see here D1. Okay, now let us understand the meaning of D1. Okay, D1 means what, children? You can see here I have written here columns is equal to 16,384 and rows we have 10,48,576. Okay, now name box, it shows the that in which particular cell we are working. Cell is what? See here. The highlighted box is known as the cell. It means it is a combination of the column and the row. You can see here 5 here is highlighted, 5 here is highlighted, and here B is highlighted, which shows that we are in column D. So in the name box, in whichever particular cell we are working, it is written here in the name box. So name box, it denotes the combination of the column and the row. So what is in which we are in which column? We are in column B, and we are in which row? We are in row 5. So B5 is written here. So this is about the name box. Understood? And the number of columns and rows, you understood. Cell is what? Cell is the combination of the column and the row which is mentioned in the name box. Okay, this is a cell. Clear up till here? Okay, now this is your working area where we perform all the calculations. Clear? Now see here, at the bottom of the screen, you can see status bar, and above the status bar, you can see the sheets mentioned over here. There is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Clear? Now, every book, like you have pages in your textbook, in English book, your Hindi book, your maths book, like you have the pages book related to a particular subject in your book, there are many pages, several pages. Same way in Excel also, every book has certain sheets. So by default, Excel has 3 sheets like sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Okay, so book is a combination of worksheet, and worksheet is what? Worksheet is the single page of a workbook. Like one page you have in your book, one page you have in your copy. So that is known as a page, but combination of many pages, it forms a book. So book, and similarly, and combination of many pages forms a copy. So children, here sheets, when the sheets they combine together, they form the workbook, and one page, one single sheet is known as a sheet. Okay, this much you understand. So now let us understand the calculation. Let us move to sheet 1 is written here. Now let us move to sheet 2. Okay, you can increase or decrease the sheet also by clicking on the insert worksheet, or the shortcut key to insert a worksheet is shift plus 11. Okay, first let us understand how to enter the data into the working area. Okay, now you can see here the highlighted box here. Okay, the cell name is written here in the name box. That is, we are in the column A and row 1. Suppose if I write here 1, okay, 1 I am writing here. Understood? Now if I drag it, suppose if I write here 2, 2, okay, 2 is written here. Now let me select this with the help of shift key, and let me drag this, and you see the difference over here. See here, all the digits from 1 to 10, they are printed. I do not have to print it again and again. Like I told you in the beginning, the salient features of MS Excel is that type less and get more. So here I'm not typing the digits one by one again and again. The digits can be ultimately calculated and it will represent you in front of you. Okay, so this is one of the feature, okay, of Excel. Now see here, suppose if I do Control Z, okay, and I'm deleting this, okay. Now suppose only one is written over here. So suppose if I drag this now, what will happen? Only one will be written over here because there is no other digit written below to it. I only selected the first digit. Okay. Now suppose if you want to auto-fill this, suppose at the bottom of this there is a small box over here where you can get a drop down menu. From this we can select whatever you want to do. Suppose if I want to fill the series, okay, in a serial if I want to copy, so what will I do? I will click on fill series option. You can see here the digits are written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a proper sequence. So this way we can do, okay, Control Z, another method. Suppose if I write here 5, I am writing here 5, okay. Now let me select this, okay. After selecting this, if I drag this, all the digits, the difference between 1 to 5, all the difference between the numbers 5 will be represented here. That is showing the numbers after having the difference of 5 digits. Okay. So this is the use of the MS Excel type less and get more. Okay. So this was about the entering the data into the table. Clear, children? So this much you understood how to enter the data into the table. Clear? Now suppose if I write here, let us understand how to perform the calculations. Okay. Suppose if I write here name, M-E, name, sorry, serial number. Let us write here serial number. Serial number. Now to move to the next cell, always press the tab key. Serial number, name. Okay. Press the tab key, then write here English. Then press the tab key, write here Hindi. Press the tab key, maths. Then press the tab key, then write computer. Okay. Computer. So you can see here, now here you can see here the letter R is exceeding the column. So to increase the width of the column, what we will do? See here, simply double click on this. Okay, wherever you want to click, or this with the help of this four-headed arrow also you can do it, and with the by double clicking on the, see here, on the lines also you can increase the size of the column. So this is about the increasing the column width. Okay, this way you can increase the column width. You can also increase or decrease the column width by double clicking on the lines. Okay, see here. Okay, so this way we can increase or decrease the column width. Okay, now suppose let me write the serial number 1. You press the tab key. Suppose Amit. Press the tab key. English 76. Press the tab key. Hindi 65. Press the tab key. 67 and press the tab key. 87. Okay, let me write here total. Okay, T-T-A-L. A-L. Okay, now come here to the second cell, then press the tab key, then write here Zoya, then press the tab key, then write here 76, then press the tab key, then write 87, press the tab key, 67, press the tab key, 87. So this way you can write the serial numbers, then third, press the tab key, then write here Nitin, tab key, 55, tab key, 55, 6, tab key 65. Okay. Now see here, suppose if I write here serial number 4, press the tab key, then press the tab key, Nitin, write here any name like Zia. Okay, press the tab key, then you will get 56. Whatever the number you can write, you want to write. Okay, this is the digits we have written. Okay, now suppose if you want to calculate them. Okay, calculate the marks of English, Hindi, Maths, Computer, and you want to find out the total over here. So what I'll do is that select the cell from here. Okay, select the cell from here and bring to the last cell. Okay, let us first use the AutoSum function. You will simply go to the AutoSum function in the editing group. Okay, now editing group, you may be asked that it is in which tab? It is in home tab. Okay, now in the home tab, go to the editing group and click on AutoSum function. Okay, AutoSum function, here sum is written and you can simply click on the sum button. You will get the result over here. Now suppose come to the next cell. Okay, this result we have got total is 295. Now suppose this cell I select with the help of the shift key. Okay, now what will be the answer of this? Total number is, what is the total of this? The total is 317. Now you will say that how am I getting the total? The total is displayed as soon as you select the cell for total. The total is displayed on the status bar. You can see here count 4 is written. The average is 79.25 and the sum. See to the bottom of the screen, children. 317 will be the total. Let us see it is true or not. Go to the AutoSum function. See here. Click on sum. Yes, the answer is correct. Now, so similarly, come to the third one. Now let us change the method of calculation. Okay, select the cells. Okay, now here you can come here and write here equal to sign. Okay, before we start any calculation in Excel, it is compulsory that we put the equal to sign before performing any calculations. Okay, so equal to sign I have put here. Now you can see here the cell. What is the cell here? C5. C5 is written here. Now plus. Okay. C5 plus. Now come to the next cell. D5. You can see here it is highlighted. Now again press the plus symbol. Okay. Now come to next cell. That is E5. Okay. E5 is written. Then press the plus from the keyboard. Okay, now come to the next cell. You can see here it is F5. Okay, so F5 is written and you simply press the enter key and you will get the result displayed. So this was doing the calculation using the function, using the formula. Now suppose if you don't want to make the calculation by adding all the cells again and again. So what you will do, there is another method. Okay, another method, let us see here. Okay, equal to, let me write here sum. Okay, now after writing sum, I will put the bracket, open the bracket. Now from, I want to calculate the sum from C6 semicolon to F6. I want to calculate the numbers from here and press the enter. So this is about the AutoSum function and using the formula. Okay, children, whenever we use the formulas, they are known as the doing calculation using formula, and when we use the AutoSum function, that is known as the AutoSum function. So children, this was all about MS Excel, and here if you want to write progress report, this report. So children, this was all about your Microsoft Excel. It is a very simple lesson. RT, my progress report. Let me make it also capital over here. Okay, progress report. Let me select this. Okay, and make it bold and increase the size. Okay, now suppose if you want to increase or decrease the size of the column width or the row width, what will you do? See here. So children, this way we can increase or decrease the size of the height of the rows or the columns. Okay, see here. Okay, I can select this and make it colorful also. This way I can make it colorful. This way I can select it with the help of the shift and the arrow key. Children, as I told you that book 1 is named here because every Excel file, it has a book. Book means a combination of sheets. By default, Excel has 3 sheets in every book. Okay, like you have the books in your pages in your books and copies, the same way the book in Excel has various sheets. So by default, it has 3 sheets. Okay, now suppose if I want to delete the sheet, you can rename the sheet, and you can also color the sheets. Okay, so suppose if I want to delete this particular sheet, so from the drop down menu, click on that particular sheet and click on the delete option from the drop down menu. Click delete and the sheet will be deleted. Suppose if you want to rename this sheet, okay, so click on rename. Suppose if you want to write the name of your any book, you can see here the name of the sheet is changed. Okay, now suppose sheet 7 has come here. Suppose if you want to delete this sheet, you can delete this sheet. Suppose if you want to come to sheet 2, if you want to give any color to this, you can give any color to your sheet. See here, the color of the sheet is changed. So this way children, we studied about how to rename the sheets, how to delete the sheets, and how to insert the sheets in a workbook. So this was all about lesson number 10 children, that is Microsoft Excel 2007. So this study this lesson children, practice this whatever I have taught you today, and see you all in the next video. Thank you.